Welcome to Secrets from the Saddle podcast. I'm Sylvie, your host, fellow cyclist, bike club founder, cycling coach, bike race junkie, just truly super passionate about cycling. My journey with cycling started 20 years ago when I opened a spin studio, started a women's race team, and founded a women's only cycling club called Cycle Fit Chicks. I'm super thrilled to reveal all aspects that make the world of cycling operate. I'm so excited to be able to bring you interesting people from around the world, pro cyclists, recreational cyclists, coaches, event organizers, bike shop owners, everything and everyone you need to know or ever wondered about when it comes to cycling. I know you'll enjoy this episode. Hey friends, before we get started, I'm going to throw a little ad your way. As a cyclist, what is a spring all about? It's about getting your bike ready and learning some specific skills on how to deal with a bike mechanical while out for a ride. Let me ask you this. Do you avoid going long distances because you're afraid of experiencing a flat and not knowing what to do and possibly having to phone someone to pick you up? I can totally relate. I used to be that way. Now, to avoid having that ever happening, I have something for you. I have created an online bike maintenance webinars and local hands-on clinics. Check the website for new dates regularly. Here's what you will learn: how to take your back wheel off, how to change a flat, how to adjust brakes, repair a broken chain, patch a flat. In addition, you will learn how to use the tools you are carrying in your bike bag, such as Allen keys and a chain brake tool, tire levers, how to use your pumps, what are chain links and how to use them. With these new skills and confidence, you will be able to handle any mechanical while cycling alone or in a group. No matter where you are globally, you can benefit from one of these webinars. If you're local, the clinics are more for you, and that's for Ottawa, Ontario area. I've been teaching these clinics for over 10 years, and trust me when I say, everyone learns something. A recording will be provided for the webinars, as well as Amazon shopping lists for both webinars and clinics for the bike tools that you will be using and learning how to use. Make sure to secure your spot today at www.sylviedow.ca or bmcclinic.ca. Thank you very much and enjoy the episode. Hey gang, welcome to another episode of Secrets from the Saddle, All Things Cycling podcast. And today I'm going to talk about the next event that I'm doing, which is tomorrow. It's a gravel series here in Ottawa. It's called Gravel Cup, and you guys have to go check the episode. I want to think it's like in the 80, 189 or 180. So it's Gravel Cup Canada. So go check it out. And so that's the event. It finally got back on the calendar like most events. And there's 4 this summer. So one in one April, May, August, and then September. And so the distances are 37, 70, and 106. So I want you to guess which one you think I'm going to do. All right. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is layering. Because it's April, it's still fairly cold. Well, it's funny because the other day it was like, 19 degrees. It was really warm. But this weekend, Saturday, it's an early start, so 9:30. So that means up a lot earlier, traveling, and it's supposed to snow to rain. Okay, 9 degrees. So again, just like Barry-Roubaix, it's thin layering is going to be the key. You know, I've heard of racers take years to figure it out, really figure out what a good layering system is. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you what I have, because I started bringing out all my stuff. And for an event, even for the summer, the spring, we're starting to make a migration from inside to outside. So that requires you to start pulling all of your clothes together, your cycling stuff, your shoes, your helmets, your gloves, your buffs. Where are all these things? Your hats, your ear warmers, your arm warmers, your knee warmers, socks, booties. Where is all that shit at, right? So that's where pulling it all together. And just a plug going out to these guys here. Cat 5 gearbox. Oh yeah, by the way, you might want to watch this YouTube because it's very visual, because I'm going to be going over and showing you a lot of the clothes that I have. So this gear bin is amazing. See it? And if you Google YouTube or my podcast, I did an episode on a gear bin checklist. And so, yeah, you can go and listen to that. I also, if you go to askcoachsylvie.com, you can go download my bike gear bin checklist that I put together. So, and if you're wondering, like, what should I have? Well, there you go. You can actually use that for as a starter. So I'm starting to get my stuff. So if you see in the background there, that is kind of my light summer stuff. I don't need it really right now, like with my spring heavier clothing, because I'm definitely not going to be using lighter, like arm warmers and things like that. So, so what I started putting together is we're going to go from head to toe. All right. So at Barry-Roubaix, the one thing that I regretted not having was a buffer on my neck, even though my thought was that as soon as I get started, I start warming up in my neck, and that's usually the first thing that gets dumped is the buff. However, my neck did get cold, and I could feel the cold going down my back, and so I was like, so what I will do is bring something that is light. So I'll just put a couple of these buffs, and this is super stretchy, so I can easily pull it over my helmet and not worry about that. So here are my buffs. Now they say it's supposed to be cold, right? Barry-Roubaix, I had a hat and ear warmers on. So I'm going to bring my ear warmers. So this is a headband, because usually my head really cold. And I was thinking, if it's possibly going to rain, I am probably going to bring one of my light hats. Okay. So to, just keep the rain off, like if it rains. So I'm going to put these guys in here as well. So I have like obviously a bunch, and I will make a decision. I don't need the cotton ones. I will make a decision probably between Barry-Roubaix and No Gods, No Masters and everything else. Even maybe this light hat. Anyways, I'm going to put that in. I'm going to put the rest over here. Okay. So that's head and helmet. Sunglasses, check. Got those puppies. Next thing is your body. Now, for Barry-Roubaix, I had a light, very thin layer. So these mesh undershirts are amazing for wicking. So what I've heard and what I've tried is not thick layers, but very thin, breathable layers, and more of them. Well, maybe not as much. So what I had for Barry-Roubaix is I had one of these. This is another type, so a little thinner, nice wicking. I didn't get too heavy. And I had a shirt like I have on right now. So it's a thin 200 icebreaker. So I had one like this, but it had a high neck. So it zipped up. And that's another thing, having things that zip. So I did unzip it quite a few times. And also it covered my neck, which is another bonus, right? So I was able to zip it up and keep my neck, unzip it and cool down. So I had the undershirt, the thinner full length arms, and then I had a jacket. So we got the thin undershirt. Remember, none of this is cotton. Get rid of the cotton. Cotton kills in the winter. Cotton will make you freeze to death. Get rid of the cotton. Get all polypropylene, like icebreaker type of polyester stuff. Okay? Get the plastic. Get rid of the cotton. Because when that stuff, when it gets wet, it never warms up, right? And you will get hypothermic. So I had that. I had this shirt. I had this jacket, which was like, I've had this, I don't know how many years ago I got this jacket, but this jacket is an amazing thermal jacket. And then I had my Gore-Tex jacket on top, which was too hot. So what I think I'll do is I'll put this raincoat over this and I should be fine. Okay, so that's what I think I am going to do for my upper body. Now, what I did last weekend when I rode, and it was kind of coolish, I had my undershirt, so cropped at the arms, and I had thermal arm warmers. So underneath my jacket, which was another cool combination. And then my jacket on top, and then I had my windbreaker on top of that. So when, like, you'll see that this is like a see-through mesh of this shirt. It also looks kind of dirty. What? I've had this shirt for a long time. It provided a lot of breathability for my armpits, which is where are you going to sweat first, right? Around and under the arm. So that was a cool kind of combination. I felt really comfortable wearing that together. So that's another option. So what I did is I grabbed all of my thick arm warmers, my fleece arm warmers, and I'm going to put them in my bag because that might be an option. Okay. I'm going to put my undershirts in my bag. So I just know that everything is together. I'm going to put my rain jacket, which I think has seen better days. I might looking to find a new one of these. So I'm going to put that in my bag. Now let's talk about hands before we move on to legs. So hands. If you're going to get cold, it usually starts at your extremities, right? You get cold here, it never warms up and then moves right up your arm. Same with your feet, toes frozen. Everything starts getting cold and then eventually makes it to your core, and then you have to worry about hypothermia. So I am for certain, I have a couple of options. I have a couple of thin mitts. I have 1, 2, and I have these little middies. 3, so these are great underside, and I have these amazing shells by Sugoi. These are like, I don't know, they're super warm, and they're very thin, and they're bombshell amazing. So these are going to go over the liners, and don't discount I am bringing these just in case. So those are the heat pads, the hot shots. I will probably not bring my winter gloves. I'm going to bring my winter gloves, but I have lighter winter gloves. These were amazing because of this band, this elastic band here. So when I took it off, all I had to do was wrap it around my hoods or my bike computer until my hands cooled down. Then I put them back on, and then I took them off, and I put them on, and then I took them off. So always have a pair of winterish type of gloves in your bag all summer, because sometimes it gets crazy cold. Yeah. Anyways, okay. And I also have these neoprene these, but I really don't like gloves. They really make me cold, but I put them in here anyway. Somebody else might need them. Somebody else might need them. Now, moving on down to the waist and legs. Definitely, I have this really amazing winter bike leotard. It's super thick. The chamois, I will never wear it against my body, so it is really uncomfortable. However, I always think that if you're going to be riding in the winter, like coolish weather, you really should have 2 layers against your hamstring and your glutes and your butt. So I will always put one of these these are tri shorts. I have 2 of these, and I like this one. It's really tall, and it comes up high on the back, really comfortable. It's just got like a little felt chamois right here, so this is super comfortable against me, and it provides an extra warmth against my bum, so like if it gets wet or like, you know, just windy. So one of these 2 will go underneath this leotard. And the nice thing is that you have to think, when it's cold, you have to decide when you're going to put your bib shorts on, if you're going to put them on, because you cannot put them underneath everything unless you have a nice pair of bib shorts that you can pull down on the back, zip up, or however. I've seen those new bib shorts for women, so you can go to the bathroom without having to get naked. But what's nice about these is they're really high and really high in the front. Not really high, but they like curve right around the hips, and they're really comfortable. And I can go to the bathroom and I don't have to worry about it. So I'll put these over here on top. Moving down to the feet. Got my shoes and my neoprene booties right there that are already on top of them. So I will be using those. However, I did maybe think for a minute of wearing some like rubber ankle boots just in case, just to keep your feet wet, your feet dry. So because, you know, this will not keep your feet dry. Water goes right up in through your cleats. Let's not be yeah, so you will eventually get wet. And so that's for my shoes. Got my wool socks that I could put in there. I will probably put some heat warmers on my feet. I won't lie. Why not? So that is the full body. I want to share with you this bike bag that I purchased. I'm not sure what kind of brand it is, but I've actually seen this. It can be put underneath your saddle. I saw one of those in a magazine, and it can also be put on your top tube. Is that not cool? Oh, that's pretty cool. But I used this at Barry Roubaix. It was like phenomenal for holding all of my stuff. It also has a rain guard on the side, which is really velcroed down, by the way. Check this out. Actually, I didn't even look at it. Look at that. You got your little Velcro on the side there. Oh, that's what that's for. Oh, it's going to stretch all the way around the front. There. pretty snazzy, eh? So anyways, that's pretty darn cool. And it just goes right in here. And it's got a divider in there that you can actually take out and divide your stuff. Like anywhere, it's felt on both sides. So this was really cool to put all my food and my phone just slipped right in there so I could take it in, take it out, take it in, take it out. So that was super handy. What else do I have here? Oh yes, let's talk about post-race clothing. Since we know we're gonna freeze or we're gonna come in or it might be wet or whatnot, we always wanna make sure that we have, you don't wanna use disinfectant wipes, but have some face wipes to clean yourself off and also full-on fleece. So if you have like maybe a onesie pajamas, you might want to bring those, but I'm not bringing those. I have all my clothes up here. Oh, this is the shirt that I wore. This pink one here with the zip. I also have this one from Decathlon, which is like ridiculously freaking warm, and it has a zip, and it was like only $20. Like, take a look at this. And it's this woman's white. I know it doesn't look white anymore because I've worn it so much, but this one was nice. But my friend recommended this one because it looks like a little bit more wicking, but honestly, they're almost about the same, same thickness. So I'm gonna bring these two. And here's my fleece pants. And I'm gonna have my fleece pants, my fleece top, my fleece jacket. I'm gonna have this good and ready in the car, so when I'm done, I'll be ready. Now, like I said, everything should fit in this bike bin. I'm just going to take this one here. Socks, shoes. I don't know, you can see right here. Like, it's just amazing. And then you zip. And there you go. It's amazing. It's pretty amazing having this. So that's it. I hope that gave you some ideas. I mean, summer cycling and clothing is a whole different story. I mean, like even this vest might be a good underneath option, but I've never really ridden with this. This is pretty new, so I have to test it out. So with that, if you guys have any questions, please put them in the comments in YouTube. I'll love to go back there and answer them for you. And if you're chiming in, and I just finished a free bike maintenance webinar today. Amazing. We had 20 people, and I'll be doing one in 2 weeks. So I can't remember what the date is, but just look in the comments, in the description below. And if you're looking to get some tips on, how to deal with mechanicals like changing your flat, patching tube, adjusting brakes, how to fix a broken chain, things like that, like basic things you would come across on a group ride, then I highly recommend joining. It's totally free, and you can learn a couple things and take some takeaways. So with that, have an amazing day, and I hope that you are getting into your season and you're enjoying your riding. And if you're new, welcome to cycling. It's such an amazing sport to get healthy, and that's a lot of what I do. Is I work with women over 40 who are getting back into health, going through pre-menopause, during menopause, post-menopause. Like, I'm kind of in the middle there because I just turned 51. I can't say that I've hit anything yet. I thought I was last summer, but then came back. You know what I mean? So, but what I can tell you is that keeping your health 100% and being super intentional about your health, stress management, sleep, nutrition, all of this really fights against symptoms of menopause. Nothing's going to go away. I'm sure I'm going to get hit, but I have heard from a lot of women who are fit, healthy, manage stress well, have a much easier go at it. But the thing is that, we have to think of strength training and nutrition and cycling, and that's where I come in, working with women. So if you're one of those ladies and you'd like to work with me, just send me a DM and I'll share you what I'm up to. So with that, look forward to seeing you and talking to you on the podcast. And if you have some things you'd like me to talk about on the coaching side, put them in the comments because I need things to talk about. I'd love to serve you guys as much as I can, or serve you, but I need your help. I need your suggestions and your feedback. So give me some topics to talk on. With that, have an amazing weekend.